Good news, everybody. Climate alarmism is out and data centers are in. It should be very ominous to all of us to see an activist like Bill Gates, who was a zealot for climate change alarmism, I believe. And suddenly he says, we shouldn't be so climate alarmist. I'm paraphrasing. Comparison to the welfare of the people. What the hell is going on here? If you're new here, my name's Jake. I spent my 20s as an infantryman and a Blackwater contractor, and my 30s as a cop and a SWAT team operator. But the most important job I've had is being a father and now a grandfather. And it is my great concern about the country we are leaving them, the world we are leaving them. What is to become of that? And what can we do, if anything, to help prepare them? All right, so let's check this clip out. You can hear it from him yourself.
Developing this morning, a new controversy erupting on the far left. One of the most vocal climate change activists now says we need to forget focusing on green energy and stop investing in expensive and questionable efforts for, quote, zero carbon emissions. In an essay, billionaire Bill Gates argues climate change is not going to wipe out humanity and says all the money that was spent to try and get rid of fossil fuels has essentially been wasted.
And of course, this is across the board. This is not just Bill Gates. So what is the deal here? Well, it would seem that they would have to do a lot of things contrary to the religion of climate change to build all these data centers. As I'm sure maybe you've heard already, the amount of power they use, the amount of water they use for cooling. And it's starting to get a little crazy. Now, the first thing that hits my mind is, when I first heard this was I always go to that very cynical part of me that says, oh, you're complaining about data centers. Do you use ChatGPT? Do you use Grok? Do you use AI? I mean, they have to exist so that you can use those things, right? However, you don't need dozens, perhaps hundreds of data centers so someone can, hey, chat, give me the best ground beef recipe for dinner here. It's for something else, okay? It's for something else. Now, we know what the NSA did, capturing metadata with the limited technology they had at the time, but now with AI, and I'm sure they obviously had some sort of AI back then as well that they were using, but now if ChatGPT and these others is what we get to play with, what do you think they have? And what could they do with that power if it fell into tyrannical or authoritarian hands? That's the problem. That's what we don't know. But do we trust people in power? Man, I don't. I think power corrupts, right? The old quote, power corrupts, power corrupts absolutely. I think they're moving into the fact that they have ultimate and absolute power. They can control a sizable portion of the population with algorithms, just pushing the information to you that is going to push you to the sort of action or voting or whatever that they want you to have. And people are using less discernment when we are in a time when we need to use more discernment to figure out what the truth is. We need to get out of Plato's cave and then help others to escape as well. So be forewarned. If the zealots of a certain thing suddenly, almost on a dime, say, it's not a big deal anymore, hey, something's up. Something's up in the game. So keep your eyes peeled, keep them open, because I'm sure there's more to come.